gotta get your brain right if you're trying to make $1 million. If you ain't gonna do it for yourself, then do it for your mama. Only stay surrounded by them people if you know they solid. Elevate your hustle up today to double up your profit. Trying to learn some game, Xavier gonna talk about it. No Deanna speak that that everybody vouching. Ain't no more excuses valid. Get up off the couch and get up in your bag. To your bank account, need an accountant.
Yo, welcome back to the greatest show on earth, the Man Up Mindsets podcast. I am your host, Xavier. And before we start the show, I'd like to advise all our listeners, watchers, to please subscribe, comment, 5-star rating, review, all those things. We greatly appreciate it. And before we get started today, I got a very, very special guest. This episode been long overdue. We've been talking about doing this for how long has it been? It's been at least like a year, right? Mm-hmm. And we finally hear you in the studio. We got it done. So our guest today, we got my girl Princess in the building. What's good? Welcome to the show.
What's going on? Happy to be here. I'm excited.
You know I'm happy to have you. Yeah. I'm happy to have you here. You've been getting to it for a minute, so we had to get this done. So, but getting right into it, you know what I'm saying? So the people, this could be their first time seeing you, hearing you. They could be under a rock. Yes. Let the people know who you is.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Princess Dior, the mogul, the queen of turning liabilities into assets. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Grew up on, Florence and Van Ness. So I'm from the city, where Nipsey's from, holding it down. And I've been in college, so I got 2 degrees. I'm a star athlete too as well, so I ran track in college. And then I worked at Kaiser Permanente for like 6 years that nobody knew about because I'm always, promoted me having a business. Hustling, me. And then I recently got fired last year during the pandemic. And within 2 months, I made $100K in 60 days. So I replaced my yearly salary from my job, and I've been just running it up ever since. And I've been able to impact the community and start my own mogul family community where I mentor a lot of students and helping them create 6-figure automated businesses.
That's a lot. Hey, that's a lot to go over. First, I want to touch on, so how you even, what got you into entrepreneurship?
My mom. So my mom has always been an entrepreneur. She's never clocked in for anybody. She's created multiple hair salons and also invested in in franchise like Subways, Taco Bell's, Jack in the Box. And she's a top realtor too as well. So she's in the real estate market investment. So she's inspired me to push me into entrepreneurship, but she just let me be on my own path. So she never pushed me to do it full time. She let me just go to college and get a job for some reason.
So it's basically in your blood. You built for it.
Built for it.
I like to hear that. But you talked about getting let go from your job a year ago. So let's break that. How that whole process went, because I know it probably was out the blue.
So my manager told me to come to a meeting. It was on a Monday, and she told me to come to a meeting. And so I'm thinking it's regular team meeting, but it's just one person there I don't even know. So it was me and her. So I'm just maybe this is not the meeting. So I hop back out and I hop back in, and then my manager is there. So it was 2 of them. And then she gave me this soft story Princess, we're going to make some organizational changes. We're going to let you go, but we're going to give you a severance package and all that other stuff. But you don't have to work for the next, I think your last day be from 2 weeks from now or whatever. So, but when they let me go though, in my head, I was freaking out because I was thinking dang, I done put my blood, sweat, and tears into this job for 6 years because this was my dream career straight out of college. And so when they let me go, my feelings was hurt. But luckily, I already had a plan B on the side of me building my business, my credit repair already. So I already had backup money. But when I looked at my Stripe account, I had $50K in my bank account off me selling digital products and starting a mentorship too as well. And that's not even including car rentals and my credit repair business that I was doing. So I was already set. But the thing with entrepreneur is it can be up and down. So right. I was already dang, what if I don't make another $50K next month? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to go back to a job or have to search and stuff like that. So it was depressing, and I was scared too as well because I said, I always had a job. So I always had somebody tell me what to do in a strict schedule. So being an entrepreneur, it's you on your own.
Completely on your own.
Nobody's telling you what to do or nothing like that. And I was thinking dang, I got a apartment, and I help my mom too as well, and my little brothers pay bills, and I got my own bills. So I was so if this money run out, what I'm gonna do? Because I don't have no savings or nothing like that either. So I was really freaking out too as well when it came to that. But at the end of the day, you got to figure it out when it comes to entrepreneurship. And what I did was I called one of my good friends, my big brother, and I asked him, I was yo, if I made 50K this month, like how can I do it? How can I do it again the next month? And so my big brother Grizz, he gave me, a whole marketing plan, a whole strategy, and I did it again. I kept being consistent with it, and then I eventually got to 100K in a month. So it's been up since then.
So with that being said, if you mind sharing, you know what I'm saying, you got to give away all the sauce, but if you mind sharing, what were some of those tips he gave you to do it again the next month after that?
So email campaigns, giving out your best free game like I always do on social media, and then also just having a product where people can have success too as well. Like a lot of people are like money hungry, so they give ebooks. They tell you to buy an ebook, but they don't have a lot of good information there. Every ebook or every course I have, I over deliver all the time. So when it comes to fixing your credit, I'm giving you all the gems that I learned to help you fix your credit. So I'm giving you all the credit letters that I have, all the dispute reasons that I have, the way I dispute aggressively with CFPB, Attorney General, BBB. I'm giving you all those strategies for you to be successful. So it's no excuse saying, oh, it didn't work. Right. You know what I mean? Because I want you to be successful.
How much you was charging for your digital products at this
My digital products was like, $57?
Okay, that's affordable too.
Affordable.
How many you had? How many products you had?
I had like probably like 5 products. Like 5 ebooks and a mentorship.
How much was your mentorship?
Mentorship was $2,000.
And you started doing all this while you was at Casa Permanente.
Casa Permanente on the side.
That's crazy. So it was a full-time job. So how you find the time to do all this other shit on the outside?
You gotta find time for what you want. You know what I mean? Like
I'm asking because motherfuckers be like, I got a job, 9 to 5. How can I? You know, people always ask this question.
So I was lucky enough to work from home too as well. So if I wasn't doing an assignment, then I was working on my business.
Right.
And then also it'd be days where you be like, man, I'm tired because they didn't stress you out over a project. But I got to think about my vision. I got to think about the bigger picture of where I want to go. Like, I don't want to be at this job forever. So I got to like work through the grind of me being tired and work on my business and make sure that I'm hitting my, my goals are written down with those deadlines that I wrote down in my journal too as well. So that's how I kept like pushing and making sure I programmed my mind to like push through all the obstacles and challenges that I was going through too as well.
And let's talk about this because I know you in the car rental, but you got a specific niche. You were luxury rentals. You know, everybody in the car rental space with luxury rentals. Break that down. How you? Because you've been in that for a minute now. Like, how you even get in that?
So my uncle was already renting out cars for movie shoots and production and to celebrities and stuff like that. So he'll always call my mom and ask for our RV so like celebrities can like have a place to like chill and like relax all the time. So he was like, break my mom off for like hella bread every month. So I'm like, dang, let me figure out how I can drive my dream car for free and give it to my uncle or something. So what I did was I asked like my NFL friends if I can borrow their cars and rent them out. And so the cars I got was, if I can remember, like a Wraith. We got a Wraith, a G-Wagon, a Mercedes, a Mazda, and some other like high exotic cars. And so I just leveraged their cars, put them in a fleet, until where I had somebody else managing them. And then they was doing all the pickups and drop-offs, and they were just cutting me my check every single month. So I was making like $5,000 to $10,000 every single month by just leveraging other people's cars.
Leveraging other people's cars.
Yep.
Getting it through networking.
That's it. Resources.
You were since I know you, I could tell just from afar that you were a networker for real. You get out here, you politic with other people. But talk about how powerful that is.
It's super powerful because it always gets me in a room. Like when I was starting car rentals, I literally had bad credit and no money. But I just thought outside the box, like how can I find the people with the money to where I can make money? Yeah, so I can make money. And so that's what I did. So and people trust me because they know I'm a hustler. They know that, my word is bond too as well. They see my work ethic. So they know I'm not going to be playing around or doing nothing crazy with their cars, nothing like that. So it's a lot of trust that goes into that, a lot of conversations. And then some people just see my vision and know where I want to go to as well. So when we have those conversations for them to trust me and, give me certain things like their cars, you know what I mean? Because that's very valuable. Those $200,000, $300,000 cars, you know what I mean? And so once they see my vision and I'm having results, then it's like, all right, P, like what other business deals you got on the table? And I bring other stuff to the table. So I might, I broker a lot of deals too as well when it comes to like real estate, when it comes to like Airbnb, whatever it is. Like I always have a plan for somebody for their needs with the resources.
That's game though, and that's super interesting also because a lot of times when people they feel like they don't have nothing. They feel like, especially when it comes to money, they feel like they ain't got nothing to offer because they ain't got no money.
Got no money, but we gotta have value though. I always had value. Like I always know that I'm smart, but I just needed somebody. I just needed a mentor to give me the resources to like create the business that I needed consistently. You know what I mean?
And you got the work ethic too.
And the work ethic. So if you have a mentor and a blueprint, like you can't lose from there.
A lot of people, being real, don't got the work ethic though.
They don't.
Even if they got a little bread, they still be lazy than a motherfucker.
Yeah, of course they do. But that's on them. So either you gonna hustle or you gonna starve. You gotta pick one.
No, that's facts. No, but this, like I said, because I talk to people all the time, right? And they be like, man, I ain't got no bread right now. I ain't got 5 bands. Like, what can I do? I ain't got no opportunity to do nothing.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Break it down.
Let's talk about it. So I'm the queen of turning liabilities and assets, and I mean that. So I'm gonna give you a couple of bars. So one, you can literally start a free business by offering social media content by hiring somebody on Fiverr, right? If you hire somebody on Fiverr to help you create IG posts or logos, now you the middleman. So if the Fiverr person is charging you $50 to create a logo, you charge them $100, right? If somebody on Fiverr is charging you, let's say $100 to post for 30 days for somebody's social media, you charge them $500, right? So it's a different way. Even websites too as well. You get a cheap website on Fiverr for like $50 to $100. You can charge somebody $500 to $1,000 to build out a website, right? And that's no money coming out of your pocket because you don't get the money from that client first and then pay Fiverr.
That's right.
Another bar, too, as well, during the pandemic, in LA, everything was like shut down. So I wasn't even making money off car rentals like that, only like long-term rentals for people who was in town and who needed a car. So I thought outside the box. One day, my friend came to me and said, Princess, she didn't say borrow, she was like, I'll pay you to wear your Dior bag. It was like my
what?
They paid me to use my Dior bag, my tote Dior bag.
For what?
For a video shoot. Right? That's
some LA shit for real.
It's my homegirl. I was going to give it to her. If she asked to borrow, I was going to give it to her. But she paid me for it, right? She gave me $200. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, dang, she just gave me $200. I'm looking like, I got like 5 Dior bags. I got like 6 Louis. I got a whole bunch of Gucci bags and clothes that I wore one time. Because, when you wear a print one time or Dior and Gucci, you can't wear it again. Right? So I'm like, okay, I'll make a business out of this. So then I start reaching out to all the stylists, rappers, YouTubers, photographers that were shooting content. And I told them, like, hey, I have all these items to rent. I started sending them pictures and stuff like that. Then I started getting clientele. So then I started renting out all my luxury items and making like $5,000 to $10,000, part-time, doing that every single month, right? And then my biggest client was a friend of a friend asked if I had a exclusive Hermes bag. And so I told her, I don't have it, but I'm going to go find it. Send me a picture of it. I went to go find the bag. The lady paid me $5,000 a day to run out a Hermes bag, right? So it's just stuff that you can do if you think outside the box. Like you literally have a 6-figure business in your closet that you don't even think about, right? And then another bar is you can literally become a personal shopper for somebody and charge them 10% of the total too as well.
That's
and
facts.
if you have an Amex Platinum card, you're going to get all those points and cash out. So it's like, it's no way that you can be broke in society today. It's too many ways for you to make money. And so that's why I said, like, I'm literally the queen of turning liabilities into assets because I'm always thinking outside the box. Like, I should never be broke because I just have too many options to go get it.
But I would say this, though. Don't you feel like, because a lot of people, they're going to hear that and going to be like, man, well, that's her. I can't do that. Don't you feel like it's some mental programming that got to take place for you to actually think like that and believe you can do that?
So it's all about surrounding yourself with people, like-minded people, right? Because I used to be like that too, having a broken mindset, right? So you got to have personal development. You got to read books. Like that's very important. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You know what I mean? You got to work on. I read a lot of like leadership books with John Maxwell. You know what I mean? Brad Proctor. I'm always listening to E.T. If you're not a book person, E.T. gets you motivated.
Facts.
Right? So it's like you have to get out your environment to get where you want to go. Like me hanging out with high-level entrepreneurs when I didn't have it just motivated me. And that their energy rubbed off on me because me seeing what they had, that's what I wanted. So that's the biggest tip I can give somebody.
So do you think, this is just your opinion, so do you think being broke is just strictly a mindset problem?
Mindset. I believe it's mindset. to be honest with you.
I'm asking because I agree with you. And I remember a while on Twitter I said this, and I had people was going in the motherfuckers. I always had different opinion. They going in like, what about the people? They bring up crazy situations. And I'm like, bro, I'm talking about specifically in America.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody here got the opportunity to get it, no matter what position you in. You could climb up the ladder.
Yeah, the most millionaires come from overseas. They come here and make millions of dollars and get to it. So it's like, what's your excuse if immigrants can come from overseas to America and make stuff happen for them?
What you think is that makes people specifically here in the States complacent and comfortable with their position, even if it's not a good position?
Man, we got like government assistance. We got the PPP loans. We got too much help. You know what I mean?
That's a bar.
We got too much help. So it's like you become complacent, and then it's a cycle too as well, generational cycle of poverty. You know what I mean? If your mom been on government assistance, you feel like you can be on government assistance too as well. So it's like it's a whole cycle, but you got to break that poverty cycle. You got to break that poverty, mindset of you wanting more for yourself.
Because too much help will handicap you.
Yeah, a lot of people are handicapped.
Yeah,
even rich people are handicapped too as well. If your mom and dad always gave you money or always was there to assist you, then it makes you not become a hustler. It makes you depend on your mom and dad giving you money all the time. You know what I mean? So that's another, thing. That's another problem too. People are handicapped with giving too as well.
No, I agree. That's why I always say, it's crazy. I used to think like this, but now, because generational wealth is a huge topic within the community, and I'm all for it. But now I'll be like, I don't know if I'm gonna give my kid any fucking thing. They gonna have to earn it, because you spoil it. Let's keep it real, especially a guy. I feel like a guy gotta earn it. A guy gotta go through some struggle. Yeah. You just can't he gonna be laid back a place like, I know my pops got me, I ain't gotta do shit. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, you ain't gotta get out the mud, but you gotta get out here and do something.
But it's all about I feel like it's all about the setup. So now, cause you into I know you into the real estate and probably the investment index and Roth IR.
I don't even fuck with them. I'm straight.
Real estate, whatever your lane is, but you into that. So it's like you already building your portfolio to give that type of investment to your kid. So that's like a setup. So it's all about training your kid to run it after you pass away and stuff like that. So that's where I think sometimes we lack is showing them how to run a business too as well.
What's the biggest I'll ask you this: since you've been in business, what's your biggest regret?
Biggest regret. I ain't gonna say regret. Biggest lesson. I'm gonna say my biggest lesson is not having an accountant before the money came.
Man, that's a bar, dude.
I'm gonna say that because when the money came, it just happened so fast. I ain't never touched that much money in my life. It just happened so fast. So I wish that I had an accountant already on my team to help me when I was going crazy with my spending, with the expenses, and making sure everything was organized too as well. And then also having somebody on my team to teach me about, life insurance, infinite banking, trust too as well, tax reductions, you know what I mean? Stuff like that I wish people had taught me before the money even came too as well. So that's another thing that I'm learning, like teaching my mentees, like when before the money come, you have to have X, Y, and Z already set up. You know what I mean? So they won't make the same mistake that I did. So I think that was like one of my biggest lessons. And then also having a therapist too as well, because like doing entrepreneurship, like you say, it goes up and down. It's a roller coaster ride. Like I remember when my Stripe account got shut down for like 3 months and Stripe was holding my money, like I was depressed because I wasn't making no money no more. Right. I was depending on digital products to bring in the money. So if I had a therapist to help me, through that depression I was going through, I think my business probably wouldn't have took a stop as much because I had to get out of that. So I had to depend on my friends to help me through those obstacles and like those challenges that I was going through when that stuff happened to me in business.
That's that CPA game you just said, that's heavy. Because like you said, the money, crazy part, when you start getting money, you could go from no money to having a decent amount overnight. Yeah. And the next thing you know, you ain't taking into account the taxes. You in Cali. That's why I left. Some motherfucking taxes too crazy. That shit crazy. You gotta get up out of there. But you gotta set everything up in place before you get that bag for real, because you gonna blow it. End of the year, taxes come. You like, damn, what the hell just happened? Yeah, I was El Chapo. Man, I know, especially when you're young, because ain't no, just keeping it real, ain't no blueprint, especially when you You ain't even 30. Ain't no blueprint for you getting it. This, because I ain't gonna say it's easy, but it's a different. You know what I'm saying? With the internet, it's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do no physical labor or nothing, so it's just coming. Boom, 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 boom. So fast. Next thing you know, you got a couple hundred racks, and you just out here El Chapo.
Yeah, El Chapo. So I think the biggest lesson is when you get that money, you start investing in like investment portfolio, like the real estate, stocks, like whatever, trucking, whatever can bring passive income. Like you gotta depend on that. So my Lamont told me the other day, he was like, you need to start building up your investment portfolio where each business can make $10,000 passively. So where you have $100K coming in, you know, if your digital products go down or it's up, but you know you got $10,000 coming in passively every single month from these investment portfolios. So you don't have to worry about your bills.
You got to worry about working.
Yes, exactly. So that's my biggest focus that I'm working on right now is building up that, you know, that investment portfolio so I can be set for life.
In your opinion, what's the hardest thing about being a businesswoman?
Woo, let's talk about it. Having men try you.
Having men try you?
Having men try you, not take you serious. Think they can play you. You know what I mean? When it comes to business. So I'm gonna give you an example. Like, it's been so many deals where people think like, I don't know if it's a man thing, but they think they can get over you.
Cause you're a girl.
Because like don't like I'm from LA, so like don't play me. Like I don't play them type of games. So now my new strategy is every meeting I go to, one of my male business partners is coming with me. Even if they're on a deal or not, my male business partner is coming with me or my lawyer is on the phone. On each meeting that I go to now, because a lot of people have tried to get over me, and a lot of times too, I done a lot of handshake deals with my closest friends.
No,
but I didn't know no better.
You know
what I mean? I didn't know no better. I'm thinking you can trust somebody, so doing handshake deals is out now. Now I have a lawyer for every deal that I go into with contracts and stuff like that, making sure everything's set up. So I think that's the biggest thing is like dudes like trying to get over on me. It's a lot of lessons learned on that road, to be honest with you, because they think because women, I don't know. I think when women in business, a lot of men don't take us serious when we get in the room too as well. So that's why when I get in a room, like I'm all serious. Like I don't play no games. Like don't even try to flirt with me. We not doing that. Like don't even try it. So.
No, I agree with you. And I know one thing I definitely learned, you gotta before any money comes into play, you gotta get the paperwork right. Because when the money starts coming in, nobody want to have that conversation no more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Then it's kind of awkward.
Super awkward.
So you gotta before any money get involved, you got that paperwork set. You gotta be like, this is what we doing. This is how we splitting it. So then when the money come, ain't no issues. We already discussed this. But you ain't had a hard discussion in the beginning.
Yeah,
it's gonna be way harder in the middle of the shit. You gonna be like. Somebody gonna be like, no, this is me right here. What you talking about? Next thing you know, y'all in court or something.
We in court, and it can all be avoided.
That whole process could have been avoided. But when you younger, like you said, you don't really know. You would go off a handshake and be like, this the homie. You know what I'm saying? This my bro. This my sis. This whatever. Like this. You know what I'm saying?
I done lost a big bag doing a handshake with somebody.
For real?
Yeah, one of my closest friends, like him, a big brother, and it just didn't go right. But that's my fault though, by trusting somebody. You know what I mean? Thinking he was gonna do right and he didn't. So I'm happy that happened because that put me on alert to get a lawyer and take it more serious. If that didn't happen, then I probably would have been messed up in more deals trying to learn. So
that's facts. And I wanna ask you this though. In your opinion, how important is optics? Because I'm someone that believes optics is everything, image is everything. I see you got the rollie, the bus, the chain, the chain that's busting. You know what I'm saying? So, in your opinion, how important is the image as being an entrepreneur?
So, with me, it's very important because I'm on social media a lot. Like I'm doing a lot of marketing, I'm doing a lot of content. So, when you flashy, it gets the attention of everybody. If I don't have no jewelry on, if my hair is messed up, I don't get no attention.
People ain't gonna take you serious. You can have all the game in the world.
All the game in the world don't take me serious. But when I have the jewelry on, when I'm in Dior and all this crazy stuff, they just start buying, asking me questions. Even when I'm hopping out the Lambo, what you do? If I hop out my Challenger, nobody's gonna ask me no questions. No questions at all.
That's facts.
So I feel like it's a leverage. When I have like jewelry or my Rolex on, if I'm dressing nice, because people want to know what you do. So it's a conversation. It's a networking tool as well. So it's a business transaction. So that's the only reason why I wear this type of stuff, because I know the content gonna turn into coins.
I agree. But do you think, with that being said, do you think it's a Well, I'll just ask you this: what's your mindset on the fake it till you make it mentality? Let's say somebody that
Yeah.
they got no bread.
Yeah, let's
but-
talk about it because
Yeah.
that used to be me. I'm not gonna say fake it till you make it, but it's all about manifesting and experiencing. So I'm gonna give you an example. Before I got a Rolex, I was borrowing my friend's Rolex and wearing it. I was going to the
Still
Rolex
had
store.
access.
Yeah. And then before I could own my own Lamborghini, I was renting Lamborghinis and I-8s and Maserati because I had to experience
You had to
those
experience
things to have it. When I was driving my homeboy Bentley, he had let me borrow for a month. I was saying that was my Bentley because the tongue is very strong. If you keep telling yourself that lie over and over again, it's going to eventually come true.
You're gonna believe it. It's gonna
It's going to happen as long as you put the work in too as well.
That's the major part.
That's my fake it till you make it. I was literally faking it till I make it, and I was putting in the work for it to become a reality too as well. I remember when my friends would put me on PJs and yachts, right? That's an experience because that opens your mind like, dang, I want to live like this. You know, I want the access to this. So that makes you go work harder.
It's possible.
It's possible. You know what I mean? You gotta feel it. You gotta even when you want to become a homeowner, you should start looking at homes by yourself, and so you can see how it feels to be a homeowner. You know what I mean?
You see the process is possible.
See the process. That's all it is.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. You have to put yourself in a position. So you said feel it.
You gotta feel it.
But if you don't, when you feel it, it's a different. You should really realize it's attainable. You be like, this shit ain't as out of reach as I thought it was.
It's not. It's not out of reach. When you start experiencing before you get it, you know you can manifestations, affirmations. Like that's what I believe in. That's why I'm really so successful because it's manifestation and affirmations.
And the work ethic on top of it.
Work ethic too as well. Work without faith is dead.
Facts. Because I feel like some people they get caught up in so much of manifesting that they don't actually do shit. They just sit at the crib. Like I'm meditating. I'm trying to manifest. It's like get your ass up. You still gotta work.
You still gotta work.
Yeah, like you said, faith without works is dead. If you ain't working, you ain't manifesting.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna happen. It's impossible for real. Just keeping it all the way 100. But I wanna touch on this too because you got a lot of things going on, and I know it's difficult, especially at this age. It's difficult to balance so many different things. So just give some keys on how you, with everything you got going on, how you balancing all of that.
I have a great team. I have great business partners. I have 3 great business partners around me that give me balance, that hold me accountable too as well. So let's say, for example, like I go to all these like mentorships and networking events and stuff like that. My job as a friend is to learn the information and bring it back to all my friends so we can figure out who gonna do what. So if my friend want to do Airbnb and I can't do it, all right, cool. This is the play on how to do an Airbnb. You should do a themed Airbnb. You should, design it this way. We're going to put it up on Airbnb, Booking.com, and Vrbo and all the websites, right? But you got to manage it, and I'm going to take the, percentage on the back end. So that's one way I help my friends make money. Like, I can't do everything, but I'm going to have a team manage every business that I want to get involved in and take money off the back. Even a trucking business. Like, me and my best friend Dre. You talked to Dre when we was on the phone. Yeah, we got trucker business together. He on the forefront of that. I'm just on the back end. He on the back end. You know what I mean? He in the meetings. I let the man lead. In the business meetings and stuff like that. Open up a lounge with my NFL business partner. Like he on the forefront of that. Like I'm just the resource to make sure everything goes good and stuff like that. I need car rentals too as well. I'm just the resource on the
identifying the role and playing the role.
You gotta play the role. You gotta know your role. You can't always be the leader of everything.
Okay.
Sometimes I gotta be a co-captain, and I'm cool
with
being a
cool,
co-captain. As long as the ship continues to sail. That's how I feel. So that's how I manage, everything that I do. I have a great team around me. I know my role, they know their roles, and we just balance it like that.
How you identify a team though? I feel like as an entrepreneur, that's a struggle for many people to figure out this the right person to work with or this the wrong person to work with. Trust
and having those conversations of what's our vision, where do you want to go, and is this the process that we want to go on, together too as well. And then you also, it's all about what's the word? It's like if you gonna work hard, match my energy in this business or not, because a lot of people don't have the same work ethic as you too as well. Mm-hmm. So all my business partners, we all have the same work ethic because we all know what our end goals are. So that's how it usually works. And I'm a person, like I'm a chameleon, so I can adapt to different people's personalities too as well. So that's another thing that I have, upside on. Like I'm a chameleon, like I know how to adapt to different people's personalities. So that's how I'm like the best business partner that everybody said they ever had. Because I'm gonna get stuff done, and if you have a disagreement, I'm gonna know how to talk to you to where we agree and can promise to as well. Where most people, they just like, forget it. I don't want to do it no more.
I think that's one of the major keys of when you are having women on your team, though. I feel like that's a major thing that women know how to do greater than guys for real. Especially because guys got, we got these egos with motherfucker always want to be in charge for real.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be the chief. Don't nobody want to play the Indian or whatever. So when you got women on your team, I think it flows much better.
Yeah.
So I definitely see what you're saying.
Yeah. So they already know I'm gonna get the job done. Even if I'm there or not, I'm gonna figure it out.
You gonna make it work.
But
talk about, you said you were a chameleon though. So how did you develop those skills though? Or is that something that was just innate? You always had it?
Man, I think it's always in me. Like my mom always sits down with me and she give me life lesson talks all the time about how to handle different people. You know what I mean? Like she just shows me how to handle different people's personalities when they mad, when they good, and just tells me like this person gonna act this way. Like you can't feel no type of way because that's how they grew up. So you gotta accept that person for who they are, and that's it. So that's how I know how to adapt to different people's like personality.
Because everybody ain't got that skill. And some people, they might want to develop it. They be like, man, how the hell I do that? How I blend in certain crowds with this kind of person? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked you that.
Yeah, my mom. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't no book or nothing like that. My mom just always gave me the game on how to treat people and how people gonna treat you and not get mad at it.
I want to talk about this because I feel like young entrepreneurs, we always talking about the come up when we building, you know what I'm saying, trying to get financial independence and all that shit, the challenges to get to that point. But I want to talk about the challenges when you actually reach financial independence. Like what is the most difficult issues when it comes to dealing with that? Because I don't feel like people don't really talk about when you're young and now you're in a place financially where you're good. It's a different set of issues now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different set of problems you're going to have.
So I'm going to say family and friends. People feel like they're obligated entitled to your success, to your money. People feel like you should give them opportunities. People feel like you should give them money without working for it. Like I have friends that ask me for like borrow money. I have family members that ask me to borrow money. It's like for what? Asking me for like free stuff all the time. But it's like when I first started entrepreneurship, and I was trying to give you stuff for free, helping you fix your credit for free. You wasn't coming.
Nobody
for me.
Listening.
You know what I mean? You didn't trust me. You know what I mean? Now, I got all this success and I'm impacting the community. Now you need your credit fixed. Yeah. Now you're trying to get business. But now you want to try to start a business. But now you gotta pay for my time because I'm just overly booked. I'm booked and busy. You know what I mean? And
that's hard for people to accept.
It's very hard for people to accept. So then they think you change. And now
you did though.
I did for the good though.
Right.
For me, you know what I mean. What Cookie say? You gotta put yourself first. So I'm putting myself first. You know what I mean? Because the thing is this: like I can't stay the same on my come up. I'm not the same person. Like I'm growing. I'm learning new things. I'm learning how to navigate life. So I just have to have boundaries too as well. So that's why people should go to therapy to learn boundaries. To learn boundaries because some people don't know how to keep boundaries. And know that it's okay too as well to have boundaries with certain people. So that's another thing I learned is like you can't help everybody.
Nope.
You can't. You don't go broke. Look at all the NFL, NBA players that have helped their families and gone broke helping. Like you gotta learn from their lessons too as well. Like I can't help everybody. Like only people that I can help is people who want to help me and build with me too as well. You need a job. You need some money. Okay, let's start a business. I give you the keys that help you get where you want to go.
All right.
That's all I can do.
I think, me personally, it's more power in saying no than saying yes.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's going to be more difficult, obviously. But it's so much peace in saying no.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
When people come, because when people see you, they see you get into it, everybody going to come to you.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Exactly.
And you got to be able to, I feel like it's hard in the beginning. Because it's a lot of you dealing with different changes. You just got some money you ain't have. So I got it. I could tell you, I got you. I could take care of that. You want to be the one to be like, I got y'all.
Yeah.
But it's only so long you can do that.
Yeah. Then you going to end up going broke.
You're going to be right back
back where you were.
In the same position. They ain't gonna be coming to you no more.
No
You ain't
more.
gonna see their ass no more.
Yeah, so that's why I always tell people, like, no. If you ask me for money, it's a no. I can help you get some money, though. Even my mom. I don't know, you seen the video of my mom on the PJ?
Yeah, I seen
She got
that.
comfortable. She's talking about, can you book me another? Like, no. Like, now you're getting out of control. No, I can't do that.
Hey, when you expose somebody to something, it become a standard.
It come with it. I wasn't mad at her. I just told her,
right.
No, we can't.
Yeah.
Be cool.
I get it. Let's talk about this though. So for the person, somebody that's listening to this, man or woman, and they like 21, 22, or even if they older, but they in a position that you probably was in 5-6 years ago or whatever, or they just got to let go of their job. What's your best piece of actionable advice for them right now where they could level up their situation? Because they might not, in those situations, you be like, I don't see no way out.
Yeah. So definitely financial literacy. So if you don't have the money right now, get on YouTube. It's so many good gems on YouTube right now. YouTube channels are giving out the free game, and then once you get the money, like invest into a mentor too as well to help you, get that success. And the number one thing is fixing your credit. Like credit is so powerful, even when you broke. I remember when I was working my 9-to-5, living paycheck to paycheck. Like I was lucky enough to have all these credit cards that I wasn't using, but I had a credit card to invest in my mentor for $5,000. That $5,000 turned into a 6-figure business. You know what I mean? Just off having the power of credit. So now I have over 100K plus, in funding. It didn't cost me nothing. It was free for me to fix my own credit. You know what I mean? A lot of people pay people to fix their credit, but I literally learned how to fix my credit. I went from a 590 to a 700 credit score. Got funding within, first 30 days. And I started flipping that money. And I started, creating 6-figure business in real estate, Airbnb, car rentals, and stuff like that. So it's no excuse. Once you fix your credit, like, you can do so much stuff. Even during a pandemic right now, everybody should be racking up on funding because you might lose your job. But if you have 100K plus in funding, then you have enough money for 6 months to figure out you're going to pay your bills for 6 months, and then you can also start a business too as well.
That's, I was going to say, you losing that gig was pretty much a blessing in disguise.
Yeah,
for real.
it was a blessing in disguise because that gave me more focus on my business.
It made you go all the way in.
Made me go all in. I had to depend on my faith that this was gonna work out. It wasn't no going back to 9-to-5. I told my mom that too.
I was just about to ask you, would you ever go back?
No. She texted me and said, "Princess, you gonna apply for another job?" I told her, "Hell no, I'm not applying for another job because I get so much time freedom. I don't gotta ask a boss for time off. Like all my friends is flying, vacationing. And I remember asking my friends for like time off. I mean, asking my manager for time off. I'm like, damn, like I feel like a sucker. Like I got somebody else controlling my life. You know what I mean? Because they paying me. But once you change your mindset and know what you want, like you figure out your lane on how you can replace your job income, like it's up from there. So I'm just highly blessed. That happens to me.
And you just gave another gem. That's really the first step for real, figuring out instead of because people they be like, I'm trying to become a millionaire, but that first step when you got a job is really how can I just replace this income? If it's $3,500 a month, let me see how I can replace $3,500 a month. I can worry about hitting that million after I do this first to free up my time to hit that million.
Exactly. Everybody goes like to make $1 million. Like that was never my goal. It's like I want time freedom. How can I pay my bills and help my family? Because $1 million is gonna come when you least expect it. You know what I mean? The 6 figures came when I least expected it. So I know becoming a multi-millionaire is gonna happen when you least expect it, when you put in that work, when you have the plan to make it happen. But that shouldn't be your goal at all. It should be, taking care of your family, paying your expenses, and then figuring out from there. Because it might be a too big a goal. You might stress yourself out trying to hit $1 million.
Or you might get $1 million and realize that wasn't enough.
Not enough.
Exactly.
Now you looking silly.
Now you like, man, I thought $1 million was gonna be enough for me to take care of myself and my family. Realizing inflation, taxes, it ain't enough as you thought. So you're right. You should just aim for time freedom. Do whatever you want, and then that's clearly gonna be a good enough number for you to move how you want to move. Yeah, that's game.
Hey, all bars no fluff. You dig?
You said all bars no fluff. So I want to go back into turning. You said you turn the liabilities to assets.
Yep.
And I feel like this a dope conversation because at the end of the day, most of the country got hella liabilities, but no assets. So I want to create a scenario in my head that I know is like the average scenario for somebody that most people got, where they got a lot of debt. But let's say school debt or something. Let's say somebody got like $50K in school debt.
Yeah.
They praying on Joe Biden to fix that issue or whatever. What if that was you in that situation? You working a job that's probably not making much money. Got $50K in school debt. What's Princess moves to get up out of that situation?
So it's a couple of plays that I would do. Get funding so where I can invest in an Airbnb, right? And I would do a theme Airbnb. So I would
What's that?
So I would, so for example, we got two theme Airbnbs in Houston. So we got one that got clouds on the ceiling, and we got one that got stars on the ceiling like a Rolls Royce, right? So it's a themed out Airbnb. So where now, instead of just renting it out for the day or for a month, now you can do video shoots in there, content shoots in there. So now we're charging more daily. So that theme Airbnb can probably make you 10 to 15K based on how much you charge too as well, based on the number. So instead of doing $100, a day for renting out long term or for daily, now you can charge somebody who's shooting a music video, $300 an hour, stuff like that. To where now it's adding up to $10 to $15,000 just off, an Airbnb.
I don't think I've been in no theme Airbnb yet.
Well, you never been in a theme Airbnb?
Oh, maybe I have. I probably just didn't realize it was a theme Airbnb. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a lot of theme Airbnbs.
For real?
Yeah. I'm surprised you never been in one.
I must been. I don't know. Shit. I probably have. I just ain't think like.
Man, I'm all play with you. Another play you could do too as well is exotic car rentals. You know what I mean? If you're really trying to make it happen for you, all you got to do, if you can't afford an exotic car, all you can do is you can find somebody who has good credit and go get you like an i8 that's $100K, and then rent that out for like $300 or $500 a day too as well, and that adds up to maybe like $5,000 to $10,000. And even like Lamborghini, like my Urus, like before I was able to buy my own Urus, like I went to go find somebody else who had the Urus or the credit to get the Urus, and now you can literally make $18,000 to $20,000 a month off of Urus too as well.
People with the Urus, they going crazy renting them out.
Yeah, and the G-Wagon too as well.
G-Wagons too.
Yeah, so if you find somebody who want to rent it out monthly, you gonna at least make $18,000 to $20,000 a month just off the G-Wagon and the Lamborghini Urus.
No, that's game. And so talk about this though. So what's the long term goal? What's the vision? Princess, 5-10 years from now, where you gonna be at?
Man, 5 to 10 years from now. Ooh, that's a long time.
That's a long time, but that shit gonna go back quick too.
Yo, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I call myself the mogul, so it's all about like impacting community. Like, I literally want to have at least like 100+ millionaires like in 5 years. I want to be able to help change people's lives. Like, my mentor like changed my life completely. So if I can help create 100 millionaires, help them change their life, and then also increase my investment portfolio to where I'm set for life and I'm helping my family and I have all that passive income and I got no worries, that's where I see myself just chilling on the beaches, not worrying about nothing, and like at all. Chilling.
I like that you said helping. Your first response was creating other millionaires.
Yeah, because I feel like, man, you got to think about it. Like, other millionaires and billionaires help other millionaires and billionaires come up. Like, look at Oprah helped Tyler Perry become multi-millionaire. Yeah. I don't know if you're a billionaire yet.
You're a billionaire now.
Oh, billionaire. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, once you help somebody, like, you're going to help change their life. And now they're able to change other people's lives.
And it make you more powerful now because you help people put people in position. So they always going to be like, you need anything. They're going to be like, I got you. You put me on.
Yeah, so that's where I see myself, just being a mogul and just impacting community, creating different job opportunities, career opportunities, business opportunities that, women aren't doing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always hanging out with the men, for a reason, because I want to stand out. You know what I mean? I want to show them that I'm able to hustle just like you. So I need to be in these top rooms getting business deals done too as well, because there's not a lot of women in these big, rooms with these multi-millionaire, billionaire men.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And outside of business, do you got any like hobbies and shit you do? And I'm asking this question for a reason.
Hobbies, traveling. I'm saying, what I do? That's a lot of hobbies. When you think about it, traveling, like dirt bike riding, and I'm always going to like the football games and stuff too. Well.
Are you a football fan?
Yeah, of course. All my friends play NFL. You know what I mean?
You ain't got no choice. You ain't got no choice.
All the other games. You know what I mean?
I ask you this because I feel like sometimes, especially for entrepreneurs starting off, we get so caught up in work. You know what I'm saying? You will fucking go crazy. You drive yourself to a point where you like, man, do I really want to do this shit no more? I've been working so hard. So I feel like everybody need an outlet that they could like.
Yeah, so I have every week I read a book. I take an hour to read a book. I also, when I'm in LA, I go to the beach. Like I take a drive by myself too as well, like just to get my thoughts out too as well. And then I'm always taking myself out to eat by myself too sometimes, so I can just be solo too. Sometimes you gotta take yourself on dates and appreciate yourself too as well. You don't always have to have somebody with you to appreciate you. You can start taking yourself like out on dates, and then sometimes I might take a trip by myself just to get away. Do a staycation at a hotel, nice hotel, just to like relax or go to a spa too as well.
All that. Mental sharpness, I feel like that builds mental sharpness, and that's crazy because I was going to ask you, because I know you mentioned you like to read and stuff like that, but I was going to ask you what other things you do to stay mentally sharp, because these days, just keeping it real, it's just so many distractions out here. Where you got social media, you got personal shit, you might have family, friends, you got a bunch of shit going on, including your business.
Yeah.
So sometimes you could get mentally drained, you know what I'm saying, through all that process. So it's harder. I feel like it's harder now than ever to stay mentally sharp. For real.
To be honest with you, when it comes to entrepreneurship, every entrepreneur should have a virtual assistant. You should be virtual assistant systems in place for somebody to run your business. If you get sick, somebody should be running your business, and you can get a virtual assistant, for cheap on Upwork and online job PH for $300 to $500. Train them up, teach them how to run your business. So now all the stress is not on you because you already got the systems and strategies set up already for them to help you to run your business. That's
good, because I read something recently. It said it's not a business if it can't make money without you.
Man, it can't, because I know a lot of people who get sick, and they can't run their business, and now they broke, because no money coming in because the business depends on you. So now it's basically a job.
It is a job.
Yeah, I don't want my business to be no job.
You go from one job to another job. And being real, the job that you go to and you working for yourself is gonna be a lot more harder.
Exactly.
A lot more hours.
Yes.
You can do a 9 to 5 hour. You go home after 5, chill, kick up. Like, you ain't got to worry about it again until the next day. When you got a business, it ain't never no time. It's 24 hours a day. Something going to be on your mind. Like, damn, I got to do this. I forgot to do that. I'm supposed to hit this person up.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? It's always something. And just keeping it real, most people ain't built for it.
It's not. I think. And then another thing, you got to purge your social media too as well.
What you mean?
So having more educational information on your Instagram. Right. Not having no Instagram models and all that toxic stuff on there too as well. So I followed a lot of people that had toxic stuff on their social media. Like now my Instagram is like more motivational, like learning business gems and stuff like that, just to help me sharpen my my skill sets too as well.
Have you ever had to cut family or friends off?
Of course.
Like if you feel like they wasn't going into the trajectory that you was?
Yeah, close family.
But I'm asking because I feel like a lot of people, they struggle. That's another thing they struggle with. It's like, man, this is my homie. We grew up together. How do I even do that? So how did you do it?
It was silent. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because when I stopped answering the calls and they see how I'm moving, they get the picture. They get the picture. So it wasn't like no hard conversation. Like if I'm not inviting you nowhere, then that just mean that you gotta work harder to get in a circle. You gotta bring value, to me. And people respect that too as well. I have a lot of friends that are now hitting me up like, Princess, I'm ready to like invest now. I got the money, or I got the the funding to like invest with you now, because some people are intimidated by your success too as well. If they feel like they're not bringing value to you, they probably won't even hit you up no more because they have nothing to bring to the team. And that's how some people, family and friends, probably feel about me, because they see where I'm going. So it's like, don't slow me down, help build me up. You know what I mean? When you come to the circle, you got to bring something to the pot to hang around me. Like, I can't have no dead weight. I need the same energy that I'm bringing. Like, I need the same vibration. I'll be on my Diddy stuff. If you not help leveling up the company or the business or the circle, is no point to hang out. Like, what are we hanging out for? I don't want to hear your drama. I don't want to hear your problems. I got my own problems, so I don't want to hear none of that. Right. So yeah, that's how the conversation goes.
And just keeping it real, motherfuckers don't care. I was talking about this recently. I'm like, at the end of the day, nobody care about your problems unless the people that really love you. Yeah, that's really in your corner. Other than that, everybody got their own problems. They got their own family shit going on. They got their own work life, business. So we be worrying about what the hell you got going on.
Exactly.
So I don't even feel like like I said, unless it's somebody that truly, truly love you, you know when a motherfucker really love you. Other than that, you should keep your shit to yourself and keep it moving.
Exactly.
And go see a therapist.
Go see a therapist. But I love my family, my friends. They know I love them. But you know, if you're not bringing them to the table, then it's nothing for us to talk about. Like our energy just got to match when it comes to like where I'm at in life right now.
But how long did it take you to get to that point when you was thinking like that? Because you probably had dead weight around you at some point that you want to cut off.
Shoot, before I hit my 100K, before I got fired from my job last year, it was like December, January, February. I had to purge my social media. I had to let people go that was toxic in my life. So even when it came to dating, like I had to like cut a lot of people off because it's like they're not bringing no value, not helping, you know, build me up to where I want to go. So you got to think about all those things in your life. Like, is this person helping you or are they being a dead weight? You know what I mean? Are they motivating you or are they being toxic? You know what I mean? I had to think about social media, like all this bad stuff I'm watching. Like I got to cut all that out. Right. So when I cut all that out and then I start implementing personal development, you know, prayer, meditation, and then writing down my goals with deadlines, everything started clicking. That's when all the blessings came. Me getting fired from my job, blessing. You know, me having a successful digital product launch, blessing. Me having all those people sign up for my mentorship my first month, blessing. But for me to get there, I had to cut a lot of stuff off. You know what I mean? For me to get there. Because, you know, I feel like God won't bless you until you cut off all that negative stuff too as well. You can't have negative energy around you to where you want to go.
That's right. And you brought it up with this is my final question for you too. When do you, as a woman, businesswoman, when do you know it's time to cut off, specifically in dating, dealing with a guy? When do you know it's time to cut a dude off?
When they not motivating you, when they not, you know, giving you your love language. You know what I mean? Like being an entrepreneur is so hard, especially being a woman entrepreneur that has money, that can do what she wants. You have to find that person that's not going to be envy, that's not going to be jealous of you too as well. Because I meet a lot of men who envy and jealous because of what I have. But I had this before you, and you knew who you were dating before you got in a relationship, so you can't be envy. It's all about, if I can help you to get where you want to go, then we should be a team. Like, you shouldn't be envy of me because what's mine is yours if we're going to be a couple.
You're going to rock out.
You know, if we're going to rock out. So, but a lot of men, you know, they have ego of their woman making more money than them or having more, you know, than them, and it shouldn't be like that. So I know the dating life is hard for women that's entrepreneurs. I'm not gonna lie.
In my opinion, the more you make as a woman, the harder it get, because women typically want to date somebody that makes at least what they make.
Yeah, it is.
So if you're making 100, 200, 250, your dating options are already then dropped a lot, because you ain't gonna date nobody that make less than that.
Yeah. So, and you know, with me, like, I'm not picky. I ain't gonna lie.
You date somebody that make less than you?
So, okay, this is my limit. They can't make less than 100K. That's my limit right there. 100K is my limit.
And what they make? 85.
85 is cool too as well. So 85 is cool too as well, but nothing less than that. And another thing is too, the dude I'm dating, if he's working, you know, 9 to 5, he has to have an entrepreneurship mindset or an investment mindset, to where, you know, I don't want him to work this job for the rest of his life. If it's not like a doctor or a lawyer, you know, something essential. Right. You know what I mean? If it's like a regular job, like, you can't be with me and work that regular job like forever, because like,
why not though?
If I want to go to Greece in 2 weeks and you can't go, you got to ask your boss for PTO. That's a problem. That's a problem to me. So that means another man dictates your money and your time.
Damn.
To where I can, you know, to where I can just leave when I want to. You know what I mean? And take my work with me. So that's why I say our lifestyles have to match. So I don't mind dating a person that works a 9 to 5, but eventually I want you to learn how to run your own business to where you can replace.
At least he can do it on his own.
Yeah, so you can replace that job income with your business. That's the only way I'm dating a dude that works a 9 to 5.
What if they like, man, I love my 9 to 5. I don't want to leave. What if they making, let's say they make $250 at the 9 to 5. They like,
they better have time to go on vacation when I want them to, or do the things that I need them to. Yeah. They got that 9 to 5 got to make them flexible to make me happy.
So it's about it really ain't about his money as much as it's about the time.
It's the time. Okay. You know what I mean? A job gives you less time for your family sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's all about the time freedom. If you bring your work with you, then cool. But if you can't bring it with you and it's not gonna work, and your focus is on your job all the time and not on me, it's not gonna work. Like, it's all about the time freedom. And then, like, I don't want to be a slave. Like, I never want to be a slave to my job. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you gonna wake up at 6 a.m. every day to go to a job, sit in traffic, have somebody tell you what to do, and then leave work at 5, be stressed out, and then complain. Like, it's out, and then be tired. Like, no, you be tired. You be too tired for your significant other.
I'm going to ask you this real quick, but how would you, because I remember I was talking to somebody else, and they was talking about, they said they had to make at least $1 million a year, right? And I was like, first of all, how would you even know that?
Yeah.
Because a motherfucker lie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how would you even know that this person, what you going to be like? You're going to be at the dinner table like, hey, I need your tax returns for 2021.
Yeah.
He going to be looking at you like what are you tripping?
Crazy.
So how would you, I'm asking you, how would you even know that somebody making 6 figures? How would you figure it out?
Because based off their job position, I'm gonna Google it. Duh. I'm gonna Google the state and their job position to see how much they make. So what, you gonna lie to me? Because I'm gonna Google it. You know what I mean? That's and then eventually I'm gonna ask you how much you make. Like later on, if I see that we serious, I'm actually like, okay, how much do you make?
And you're gonna be able to see it too.
Yeah, how much do you make? And then, like, where do you want to go? Like, what are you trying to do? What is your goal? What is your ambition? What is your vision? Those are things I need to know when dating somebody.
What if it's a dude that don't want you to be an entrepreneur no more? He's like, I just want you to be like,
I've definitely dated a dude with money who told me, with money though, who told me that he wants me to be a stay-at-home like wife and take care of the kids. Like, that's not me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want no man dictating what I can do and what I can't do. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of women be in these toxic relationships and have no money, because they man controls everything. I don't want nobody, controlling me. I don't mind submitting. I don't mind a man leading, the household. But when it comes to like finance and stuff like that, I just want to have a backup plan.
You gonna get your bag?
Yeah, just in case it don't work out, it's cool. Like, we can leave on our own terms, but I gotta have like my own bag, And I don't have no ego. If you make more money than me, like, I don't have no ego. If you make less money than me, I ain't gonna have no ego. I'm not gonna, put that over your head and nothing like that either as well. Like, I'm not that person. I just want to be happy, enjoy life. I want you to love on me, and we just go from there.
And that's all. I like it, man. Before this was a dope episode. Well, before we wrap up, this, like I said, this was long overdue. So I just want to say I definitely appreciate you coming out to the city. Come on the show, chop it up with me, man. This was fun. We're gonna do this again for real. And but before I let you go, plug all your stuff where people can follow you, buy your products, everything you got. Plug all that.
So if you text 323-622-7071 and you text Millionaire Mindset, then I'm definitely going to plug you in with a free course. And then you can also join my mentorship too as well. So if you go to www.businessmogulmastercourse.com, then you'll be able to join my mogul family, where I teach you how to create a 6-figure automated business. And you can follow me on Instagram at It's Princess Dior.
Y'all make sure y'all definitely tap in, following all those things. Go get those products and everything. And then wrapping up, y'all can follow me on all platforms. Damn, I gotta fix my ad. I'm at an official Xavier Miller now. My goddamn Instagram got deleted, man. So I got a new page now. But y'all can follow me on everything else at Xavier C. Miller. And that's all I got for y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning into this episode of Man That Mindsets Podcast. See y'all next episode. Peace.
Gotta get your brain right if you're trying to make $1 million. If you ain't gonna do it for yourself, then do it for your mama. Only stay surrounded by them people if you know they solid. Elevate your hustle up today to double up your profit. Trying to learn some game, Xavier gonna talk about it. No Deanna, speak that that everybody vouching. Ain't no more excuses valid. Get up off the couch and get up in your bag. To your bank account, need an accountant.